Hey kids, how are you doing? It's nice to see you again. My name is Brian Stewart and we are here to study from Reading for Vocabulary. We're starting in Level D on Unit 1. And our subject is architecture. That's a little bit of a difficult word, isn't it? Architecture. Architecture. Our Lesson 1, the title is A Dream Job. So when we think about that, what we're going to focus on is, what do you want to do in the future? Have you thought about that? Let's think about the job architect. Architect. Okay? So that's what we're going to study in this lesson. Let's begin. Of course, there are many different jobs. Look at all these jobs. Can you find the different names of the jobs? We don't have time to go over all of them, but we can just quickly, we can see there's a doctor, all right, maybe there's a lawyer over here, there's an electrician over here. There are many different kinds of jobs. When you think about your future, what kind of job do you want? Well, we're going to talk about one exciting job in this lesson, okay? But let's talk about a few vocabulary words first. As you can see here, a quick basic drawing. Can you draw something like this? Are you a talented artist? If you can draw like this, you can make a sketch. This is a sketch. It's a quick basic drawing. Now, this doesn't look too basic. This looks a little complicated, but a quick drawing of something like your house, a building, your school, that's a sketch. Okay, let's move on. This next word is to decide how something will look or work. When people sit down and they start to think about how to draw something, what are they doing, right? We can say that that is design. Design. We can use it as a verb or as a noun. What is the design of the building? Or he is going to design the building. So we can use it as a verb or a noun. A plan for making something. So this looks very complicated. This is not a sketch. This is a very detailed drawing, but it's a plan for making something. We call it a blueprint. Why is it blue? Because the paper that they draw on has a blue color, and it's very technical. It's very detailed drawings of something. We say it's a blueprint. A blueprint, very technical or detailed drawing of a building. Okay, next one. Do you have a knife like that? It's a Swiss Army knife, right? What something is used for. What is something used for? We can say, what is its function? If we look at this knife, there are many different parts, right? This has a different function from this. This knife, its function is just to cut. This pliers, its function is to hold something very tightly, right? So many things have different functions. What is the function of this tool? Okay, let's move on. Oh, warning, you shouldn't smoke. Of course you don't now. Don't smoke in the future, right? A rule or law, no smoking. We see signs like this many different places, right? No smoking. Jucha kumji, right? No parking, right? So we can say that's a regulation. So we can call it a rule, a law, or regulation. That's a Himdoro word, right? Regulation. Regulation. Okay, let's move on. Someone who works with the law. Okay, as you know, we were talking about jobs before. I pointed out somebody, right? That was a lawyer, right? He was on the side over there. A lawyer is someone who argues for or against a position in a court of law. So they are called a lawyer. There's somebody who argues for something. There's someone who argues against something. There's two lawyers usually in a courtroom, at least two. Okay, next one. Whoa, what kind of crazy guy is that? He's got 4 arms. Okay, the state of being focused and working hard. He doesn't really have 4 arms. He's just really busy. It looks like he has 4 arms. Whew. A monster, right? Okay. Next, this word is dedication. If somebody is so focused on their work, they have a lot of focus. And sometimes when you do your homework, you're like this, right? You're very focused on your homework. You want to do a good job. You have a lot of dedication. Okay, that's like Yulshim, but also energy and hard work. It's dedication. Okay, next one. Something that could happen. Okay, something that could happen. This is a little bit of a dangerous position, right? Possibility. It's possible that she could fall off. This is not a good idea. Okay, so it's a possibility, something that could happen. But also, maybe she's reading about interesting stories, and she's thinking, is it possible that this could happen? Maybe there's a knight that she's thinking about. Oh, there's a knight in shining armor. It's possible that one day I could meet that person, right? So it's a possibility. What's possible in the future? The next word. Have you been to one of these? Do you like baseball? Do you like soccer? If you go to a sports game, you will go to a large open building where people watch sports. I hope you have the opportunity to go to a place like this. What is this? What kind of building is it? It's called a sports stadium. So we use two words, sports stadium. Okay, so if you go there, you can watch your favorite baseball team or your favorite soccer team. Okay. Wow, this looks like it's in Australia, right? The road is very straight and doesn't curve, and it's very long. We can see really far. Having no end. If something has no end, there's no end. We say it's endless because this, I'll do that right there. This part of the word, when you see that less, it means it doesn't have one. Endless. There's no end. Okay? Endless. The next one. A sudden dangerous situation. Okay, of course this is an ambulance. Looks like somebody is hurt. What do we call that situation? We say it's an emergency. It is an emergency. Emergency. We can also use emergency as an adjective. It's an emergency vehicle. It's an emergency worker. This is emergency services. So emergency can be a noun, it is an emergency, or it can be an adjective. It is emergency services. Okay, let's move on. To do the same as. Of course, this is Mama Duck, and she has her baby ducks behind her. What do baby ducks? All birds, right, really do this. When Mama Duck is walking along, all the little birds, what do? They follow Mama Duck, right? To follow. If you do the same thing as somebody else, you are following them. To follow. Okay, next one. Maybe. Okay, put together in a smart and simple way. So this person is putting together kind of a complicated diagram, but he's thinking about how he puts it together. So he's thinking about it in a smart way, and he's trying to make it simple. So what can we call that? We say that's organized. Organized is an adjective. These plans are very organized, right? We can also call people organized. Maybe you know somebody in school who is organized. They have all their books in the right place, all their pens in the other place. They're very neat. They're very organized. Okay, next. Someone who designs buildings and machines. So this is a type of job. This person is designing maybe a building or a machine. What do we call that person? We say that that person is an engineer. Engineer. So that person is an engineer. Next one is working hard and completing a lot of work. If you work really hard and you get a lot of work done, what can we say? We can say you are productive. Productive. You're productive. Are you productive? At night, do you do all your homework really quickly, or do you play games? Okay, if you play games, you are not productive. But if you study hard and you get your work done, then you are productive. Okay. Next one is sad and having no energy. This person is happy. She has a lot of energy, but these people are not. They're sad. What's going on? They are depressed, right? They're sad about something. If something happens and it makes you sad, or it makes you feel not very good, we can say that you are depressed. I hope that you don't get depressed. If you do get depressed, just think about the happy side. Just think tomorrow is a new day. Something good will happen. So hopefully we aren't depressed very long. Okay. Now, let's begin with the exercises, okay?